you're doing your best to keep your child healthy. Good food, physical activity, and regular doctor visits. But if your home feels tense, disconnected, or constantly on edge, none of that may be enough. Because the research shows that children who are raised in homes that are high stress, low connection, are more likely to develop obesity, high blood pressure, and even a weakened immune system. So we're not talking about the daily stress of life. We're talking about the way your family functions day to day. And today we're talking about family dynamics, but not just talking about it, talking about how it can impact your child's health, which I know, if you're like me, is a very real concern for you, one of your top concerns when it comes to your children. And first, I think we need to start off with what is family dynamics? Vanessa, I don't know what you mean. Family dynamics are the attitudes and actions that occur in a family that either support it or sabotage it. It's the way that you all talk to each other, the way that you appreciate one another, and it's the way that you're there for each other, showing support for one another. Now, in another video, we'll talk about the mental and emotional piece, but I wanted to start with the physical health because that's not really something that's talked about. The connection between how your family functions day to day and the impact that that has on the health of the children in that family. So I, as a pediatrician, had a lot of struggle with asthma patients. Some of it had to do with the environments that they lived in and things in the air outside of their home and the conditions within their home that made their asthma attacks more likely. But even when you put that aside, it would be sort of common for there to be some patients that you just couldn't get a handle on their asthma. It didn't matter how many times we switched up the regimen or if we switched out the medications that we were providing or adding on more medications. Some kids just kept breaking through and having asthma attacks that would get them in the hospital eventually. And because it happened in the hood when I had patients in the hood, or it happened in suburbia, it never occurred to me that the environment at home could have that much impact. I didn't really think that it had that much of an impact on the physical health of my patients. And now when I think back and think about how frustrating it was trying to manage these patients and thinking, well, maybe these moms were not following my instructions and so on and so forth. Now I'm understanding that a lot of it could have been the environment at home, not just the space, but how the people were getting along or not getting along or whatever else was happening that was toxic in terms of behavior in the space, and how the stress of that is internalized by the child